Playing Coach Tinkle in Corvallis at Oregon State was crazy because he was one of the first coaches to write me back, and the orange and black envelope was at the top of all of my letters. And so to walk into the gym and just see the orange and black everywhere, like, it was such a full circle moment.
Matt and I were kind of talking about, playing Southern Oregon in an exhibition game, and that's what brought it about. He goes, "Oh man, Hollins would love that." And I said, "Oh man, I'm so glad to hear he found a place to land and to further his education and his basketball, goals." And he said he really appreciated the fact that you reached out.
I had to just soak that moment in because I'm like, wow, like, I'm not wearing an orange and black jersey, but I'm really here, in Corvallis, like, about to play on this court. And it was just such a crazy feeling. And then when Coach Tinkle, walked in the gym, he just came straight up to me and just hugged me, and just like, have fun today. And it was such a, great moment.
It was neat that we had a nice visit after our game and just kind of gave him an attaboy, keep it up, stay focused. We'll be here to help, if there's anything we can do for you when you're done with your education.
Originally, my mom was like, why would we go back there? She was kind of just affirming what I already felt. I didn't want to come back. This was a pretty traumatizing, situation, area, and it's so far away from family, loved ones, and it just didn't really sit right with me. I was so uneasy. My mom prayed about it. She called me back a few days later, and she's like, "You're gonna go back there and change the narrative of the story that was written about you." She was like, "I never taught you to run away from your problems. We will always leave a place better than you found it, better than it was when you got there." And when my mom told me that, it was just like, I know exactly what to do.
One thing I'm really big on with the guys is just perspective and, getting out of the here and now and looking down the road. And I think that it's something that's probably where Brett's grown the most is, seeing this life thing as there's going to be next year, there's going to be 5 years down the road, there's going to be 25 years down the road.
I'm blessed to get the opportunity to come back here. There was other schools, other options, but I don't think any of it would have been as meaningful as this, and so it was. I think that when you really put yourself in position to capitalize on opportunities that you're given, some really cool things can happen. If I wasn't ready for this, then this could have been a disaster. And not from a standpoint of something bad happening, but me dropping out, like any of those things, because there was a lot of pressure that came with coming back here. This was pretty stressful from the jump, but this was the best opportunity to make a difference.
I think the thing that's the biggest characteristics, the biggest traits that stand out to me about Brett is he is extremely thoughtful, and might come from a place of sitting in a cell with nothing to do but he's thought about a lot about life, and he thinks a lot about this team and about how to interact with players and about how to motivate other guys and about his own performance, probably more than anybody I've had. I think he's made a lot of friends and adjusted well, and he really is a caring individual that cares about other people. And that might be some irony, saying that about somebody who stabbed somebody and nearly took somebody else's life. I mean, that's not lost on me, but I do think it's a testament to the ability to reform and the ability to change and grow and be better.
If I had the opportunity to go back and completely change everything that happened that night, I probably wouldn't take it. My heart goes out to anybody that was affected and impacted by my choices and my decisions that night. But what that night did to me, the way that it changed the entire way that I see, my life, the way that I see the future and present moments, like, I wouldn't give that up for anything. As hard as the circumstances were that came from that night, it really did put me in a place where I was forced to develop my character into just the type of man that I want to be, the type of man that my mom will want me to be, the type of man that my dad, rest in peace, will want me to be. I wouldn't change it, because it gave me a sense of purpose. It put me in a position to where I could impact and influence people's lives around me based off of my own mistakes. And so I'm sorry that it happened, but I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity to grow from it and learn from it and completely change the direction that my life was heading into.